So we can look for that ones to that. This is the all the Kubernetes. This is Kubernetes kubectl is the tools for the to managing or controlling or to to monitor the your Kubernetes cluster. This is the really good tools. There is alternative tools you can use also for managing and controlling the your Kubernetes cluster. You can also alternative tools, but I found kubectl is a good tools for managing the Kubernetes cluster. So get alls, you see the all the processes. So you see all the processes that like your pods and then pods, it's Postgres pods, and it has application the Spring Boot REST API application pods, and it has a service definition, Kubernetes service, Postgres service, and then the Postgres Spring Boot application REST API service, and then it has deployments, all the definition, all the get alls means all the informations, how the pods, how many pods is there, how many services and deployments, and replica set is there. Those are new into the deployment process. Please follow the Google it and get the basic understanding how it is works and how it would need to be handled and how it need to be configured, how it need to be run, those things together. So that's I mean how it is works. So that means we already have some, we already deployed the applications. It has generated all our definition, our service, our pods, and our deployments, and a replica set is there. So now we need to be checked is our application is properly running what we expecting, and also our database is really properly built and properly handled. So you see our application status, the database status is there. So application and user registration is here. User registration Spring Boot REST API is there also running. So we can go to the Minikube. We can go also the maybe kubectl to check the database level, kubectl, and exec the execution interactive mode, and then the pass the pod ID, pod name or pod ID. So and then we can say psqls, and then minus user Postgres. We can pass all the username, passwords, and other additional informations. So it goes to the database. We see the default database there, so we can change it like our database name. I forget the database name, so this is the database name we plotted here to create the database. So you see we new database injected, the user is Postgres, and we are new database. We can check it how, and then we can check it like the tables is all the table definitions what we are expecting. Then we can say pass all the version number is properly coming from our migration, our application migration. So that we can say check it like we have a 4 versions migration exactly when it's migrated, and then is 1 2 3 4 5, and when it created, and it has the script definition where is the file is located, exactly the 4 version what we defined it here. So you see the versions, this is the versions for version 1 initial version, and sequence 1 2 3 4 versions is there. So exactly when you run the applications is exactly the same version is plotted into the backend server. So and then also the 4 sequences we can just create it, and then 4 tables. The table user registration detail, and user profile, and user role detail tables. So if I go to the select statements, select again plus from the user role tables, is there some records, but if it's not, we can sorry, the user registration we plotted like wrong name. So you see that the 3 record is the 201 200 201 and 202 exactly and there is some roles, user role is defined. We can do it also So this is one that user 200, it has a 3 role is defined, but this is dummy examples. So we see that our applications is running properly, what we mean, how it is works, and then so on and so forth. So we can check it like we can without this one we can say kubectl get all. We can go this our applications. So we can also log the informations kubectl's logs, and then we can pass the kubectl log service. So you see all the log information where our application, which execution is running, the log information, each of the execution of the SQL script, what we define into our applications. So application.yml files is need to be logged. You see the Spring JPA and hibernated or validated with the that means you validation with this against the schema against by the use script files the validation, and we see the JDBC and then on context true and show all the SQL show is all SQL true means you can all execution SQL need to be in the console or log informations there. So that's this information that's we are in the log information, everything for fully working what we are expecting. So that means we need to be check the applications in the in somehow into the browser, so we can run the applications. Maybe we can check the browser. How can we check the applications? Is need to be run the kubectl log information, or we can see how the external port. I don't think this is the minikube service. We can say minikube and service names and so on and so forth. So you can see there's a service names, and it is a registration and K8S. So you see the service is running. I believe which port is running let's see. So this is the port, the external port. We can also use you see this application is running with the local host. We are running the local host, but you can change it the deployment host where in the cloud platform where which machines, which port you are. Just like trunk, we are using with the default the trunk functions and then URLs. So you see that the application is properly running, and you can see Swagger UI also. You can change it here, this level. We can see Swagger UI. You can check running the applications. So you see the Swagger, exactly the Swagger UI, what we are expecting, what we understand, what is working properly. So it has a IP address, it has a port, and it has some URL settings. So all the information. This is all that's in. This is a different screencast I already discussed, but you can also look for this previous screencast how we need to be professionally designed the Swagger UI for testing purposes. Let's have a check the Postman case. So Postman case, you can go to the Postman. We are here in the Postman case. So it's a different port, the previous port, and we can change it here the very professional way that I already discussed. Those are new, please follow the previous screencast. How can you configure the globally set the kubectl? So you can go there. So this is the URL, and then you can go this here and edit it. This the change URL, and then we can go this here. You can go this. So we can save it, and then it's globally set. Then after that, just you can simply run the the test case, or you can export the test cases for the testing department. They will run, they simply change the IP address and port number and run all the test cases that you have it in here. So if you see the information that we have it in the Swagger UI, you see the applications is properly handled. So it's a Swagger UI informations, and then also the, and this is oops, the actuator. Oh, it is not. So still it is running. Oh, why not? Do I did the poop? Rubbish. Sorry, is here. So we need to be changed. We did a mistake somehow. And Swagger actuator is this is my mistake. Sorry, this is, so you can save it. You can save it, and now we can go to the actuator. So this is the right now. So you see the actuator, the Spring Boot actuate informations. You can check out the health of the applications, how it is application is up. Yes, the application is up. And then we need to be check the Swagger UI, the Swagger documents, the Swagger documents. So you see the we are using the Swagger tree, and it has all the information about the deployments, how it is done, how it need to be checked, and then all things together.